That's fun. Thanks for coming.
We're done now.
The fun part's over, I guess.
You are. No one wants to stay.
We need to give out more awards.
Spread it out throughout the...
Yeah. Wait till the end to give the awards. I'm glad we can do that. Anything else with recognition at this point? Okay. Great. It's fun to have that. With that, the next item would be our Title VII annual report, and Ms. Cleveland is here for our annual report.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I almost went with them. I'd like to say good evening to each of you, and to those that I don't know. My name is Priscilla Cleveland, and I've been working in the school district now with this Title VII program for, it's either going to be my 24th or 25th year, I'm not sure, and 17th year of teaching. So I guess I'm anxious to get started. Like Rocky said, you know, school is going to be starting. I'm starting to see people. I came into the school a couple times already and trying to get acclimated again. And so I just happened to come in last week, I believe it was, and I emailed Cindy, and I knew it was coming up, but I wasn't sure the date, and I was hoping I didn't miss it, and I didn't. So that's why I'm here tonight instead of golf. No. So I'm just going to briefly go over the statistics, the Title VII. Some of you that may not be aware of what Title VII is, it's our Indian Education Formula Grant, and I write it every year, and now it's online, which is really nice, rather than writing, 20 pages of a grant. So that was done before school was out last spring, and it's a whole year process, because starting again in December, we'll do our public hearing and get the goals and things going, and we do the surveys, in November, and so we start for next year. So when next spring comes around, I write it again. And so this year we got the grant. I believe it's a little over $24,000. So with that, we come up with the goals, what the parents want, and so you can see there's actually 4 goals, but I always put in the graduation because the grant has me do the graduation, so I just put it in there as a goal, whether the parents want it or not. So we'll, on the second page there, we reached 3 goals. We reached our math goal. I wanted half of the 59 students to at least get a C or better, or C plus or better, because they bumped that up, and they did. Our reading goal, a little over half of them, 23 out of 42 students achieved C plus or better. And also in science, we wanted 38%, or 22 of the 59 students, to maintain or improve to a C plus or better, and which they did. Our goal 4 we didn't quite reach. We almost did. They wanted parent involvement, 10% increase compared to last year. So we had stats from the year before, and it's all about numbers. And there was 664 face-to-face parent contacts, including written correspondence, home visits, office visits, phone calls. We had a 1% decrease, which, maybe I messed up on my numbers, but, I didn't think it was too far off. So maybe this year we can reach it if that is, in fact, one of the things that they want to do. And goal 5, obviously we want 100% of our students to graduate, but 4 out of 5 did, which was great. We had 3 that graduated on time. 1 student was dropped or expelled, and then 1 student, the 5th person, would have graduated, but then he transferred to Fort McCoy to the Challenge Academy, and he did graduate with an HSCD in December, last December. And then the other thing that I wanted to talk about was our Ho-Chunk 1 and 2 language classes that we have at the high school. We completed our 3rd year this year, and we have 2 teachers, Arlene Blackdeer and Jessie Cleveland. And so I just wanted to tell you a little bit about the program and how it started out. basically as a independent study class. Students could take it before school or after school. And 3 years ago, we decided, well, we went to the curriculum board and we did everything they wanted us to do so that we could get it in during the school day. So students wouldn't have to come at 7 o'clock in the morning, or they wouldn't have to stay till 5:30 at night, because that really interfered with a lot of the sports and things that they were doing. So it is in school now. We had a small revitalization grant, and it was one of the things that we had to do in there was meet on a quarterly basis, and we did that for the last 3 years. We created a student and a parent survey, so was it Zoomerang, I believe it was, and so we've been doing those every year. We did the curriculum review. We monitor the attendance and grades, on our Infinity system. And now we have Ho Chunk 3, which is right now currently it's an independent study. Jesse Cleveland teaches that because the Ho Chunk 2 students, they're kind of, we don't have 20 students that take it, so you might have 12 and then, 8 that take Ho Chunk 2 and then maybe 3 or 4 that take Ho Chunk 3. And so she's got a curriculum now that she finished last spring, or maybe it was June, and so we'll be going to the curriculum board to have them look at that and hopefully in the near future then bring it to the board here for approval. And she was going to be here tonight, but I think she can explain better when the time comes when the Ho Chunk, the grant or the curriculum will be presented to you at that time. And then, on the bottom there's other activities that I do those every year on the side, besides what I do. And then the last couple pages or 3 pages is it's not the third quarter achievements, it's the first, second, and third quarter. I get these all together because when we have yearly student achievement awards, and so this is the list that we take everything off of. We get trophies and medals and pins and things like that, and we hand them out. And so that concludes my report. Does anybody have any questions?
I don't know about questions, but when you started your report and you said that as the Title VII coordinator, you wear many hats,
Yes.
and then you look at everything that you had to write out, it's very clear that there is a lot going on, and
Yes.
you're responsible for a lot. And that's really, it's one of the unique components of our school district to have this population and this involved program. It's really,
Yes,
really
it is.
exciting.
And I think too with the Title VII, there are a few school districts that do have Title VII, but only 3 of our schools in the Ho Chunk territory, which consists of 15 counties. I think, well, now it's 72, but before it was, condensed into 15. There are 3 school districts, Wisconsin Dells, Toma, and Black River, that have the Ho Chunk language in it. And Toma was the lead school to do that, and then it expanded. So, yeah, it's unique. I enjoy what I teach. I mean, I teach 7th grade besides doing all of this. This is just part of what I do. And in my 7th grade class, I also teach Native American history and just a little bit of the language. We do Spanish, German, and Ho Chunk, and then rotate our 7th graders every 3 weeks. So it's very fast. So by the end of the school year, all 7th grade have had all 3 of the languages.
Well, I serve on this committee, and I really want to thank Priscilla for all of her work with this and the Title VII grant writing, and especially your commitment in coordinating and trying to work with the local Indian Education Committee and the parents. It's vital.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
vital to that, to getting the grant and writing the grant and having everything implemented and working with the students. So we really appreciate the parents and everything they do to help their students and to work with us in the school district. And I know we were very excited when the Ho Chunk language was started, and it's great to see it continuing and being added to. I think that's really important.
Yeah, and the girls really enjoy teaching it too. So
Good.
they've moved into a new classroom now, so now they have to start all over, and now they get the fun of unpacking boxes and wondering where they're going to put things. Jesse was over there today. So,
Well, we appreciate all you do, Priscilla.
thank you.
Yeah, you said, Priscilla, you were here 24 or 25 years.
Yes.
And I can attest to what Deb said about following you through the years and your precise reports. It's been outstanding. I agree
Thank you.
with what Deb said, and I'd like to thank you for
Thank
all
you.
that you do.
Thank you. Well, I love being here.
Yeah,
Oh, thanks.
so do we.
Good. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Grosstein. Thank you for summarizing our thoughts so well. You've got a lot more perspective and history than the rest of us.
Do have with her. For sure.
Thank you.
Yeah.